3 गो। कैसे हैं आप लोग? आज का ये सेशन जो है वो हमारी उर्दू और हिंदी जबान का सेशन है। आज फ्राइडे का दिन है। यहाँ टोरंटो में इस वक्त सुबह के 10:20 हुए हैं। आप लोग कहाँ कहाँ से ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं? अपना नाम तो आपका आ जाएगा। आप कहाँ से ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं आप शेयर करें, तो आपसे कन्वर्सेशन शुरू करते हैं। आज का दिन जो है वो बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है मेरी लाइफ के अंदर, और मैं आपसे शेयर करना चाहता हूँ कि वो इंटरेस्टिंग चीज़ क्या है। 1 अप्रैल 2020, आप लोगों को याद होगा कि कोविड शुरू हुआ था, और कोविड के शुरू शुरू के अंदर जो है वो बहुत सारे चैलेंजेस थे, और मैंने अपना बिजनेस जो है वो शुरू किया 1 अप्रैल 2022 को, कोविड के साथ साथ, जिसमें आफ्टर 35 इयर्स ऑफ मेरा जो कॉर्पोरेट एक्सपीरियंस था ग्लोबली 12 कंट्रीज़ में काम करने के बाद, मैंने अपना बिज़नेस शुरू किया। विच मीन्स कि मैंने प्रोफेशनली जो कुछ सीखा था अपनी 35-36 इयर्स के करियर के अंदर, वो मैंने लोगों को सिखाना शुरू किया, और मैंने जो है वो एक कंसल्टिंग एंड कोचिंग बिज़नेस शुरू किया, जिसके अंदर मैंने डिफरेंट सर्विसेज स्टार्ट की। आज मैं उन सब लोगों के साथ ये शेयर करना चाहता हूँ जो कि अपना कारोबार या तो कर रहे हैं या शुरू करना चाहते हैं। उनके लिए क्या लेसन्स हैं, मैंने 2 साल में क्या सीखा, और 2 साल के अंदर उस सारी चीज़ों में मुझे क्या क्या फ़ायदे हुए, और क्या वो चीज़ें थी जो कि मैं आपसे शेयर करना चाहूँगा ताकि आप लोग भी बच सकें। So, Ali Abbas, Mehboob Hirji, joining in from Oshawa. Thank you very much, Ali, for joining in. You have been a great inspiration for me. Your energy uh, is just awesome. और किस तरह काम करते हो इतना भाई हमें नहीं पता, हमसे नहीं हो सकता इतना काम. So all the best, keep it up, young man, and you are a great inspiration for a lot of South Asians. Um, and so keep writing, keep sharing where you're joining in from, और I hope कि आप आज के सेशन में वो चीज़ लर्न करके जाएंगे जो शायद आपको और कहीं सुनने को नहीं मिलेगी. My friend Matthias joining in from Chile. So Matthias, this session is going to be in Hindi and Urdu, uh, but you're more than welcome to join in. I'm sure you'll not get bored. So today I'm going to share with everyone. Today I'm celebrating my second anniversary in my business. Second anniversary. So I started my business, consulting and coaching, 1 April 2020. COVID had already hit, and people were thinking, it was a almost global lockdown. People were losing job in the initial phase, and that was a very very challenging situation for many. But you know what, if you consistently keep focusing on certain things, अगर आप फोकस करके चले अपनी लाइफ के अंदर, और रैंडमली चीज़ों को करने के बजाय स्ट्रेटजिकली चीज़ों को आप लेके चले, यू विल ओनली ग्रो. ये बहुत सिंपल फार्मूला है. सो ऑलराइट, सो जी अली, इंशाल्लाह पोस्ट रमजान कॉफी लंच. By the way, for those who don't know Ali, you must follow him. He is a phenomenal individual, uh, and इन इनका मेरी लाइफ के अंदर एक बहुत बड़ा रोल है, एक बहुत बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन है इनका, जो इन्होंने मेरी लाइफ में किया, मेरी फैमिली की लाइफ में किया. और अली जो है वो डरहम कॉलेज, विच इज़ वन ऑफ द बेस्ट कॉलेजेस इन ओंटारियो, उसमें जो इनका साइबर सिक्योरिटी का विंग है उसको ये हेड करते हैं. और ही इज़ अ यंग फेलो, ही इज़ वेरी यंग. और बिल्कुल आपको सवाल देता हूँ कि का जवाब देता हूँ कि हाउ how consulting has shifted by going virtual. So the biggest advantage that I gained by going virtually. When I started, I was thinking, I will do in-person webinar seminars, in-person coaching programs, and that was the focus. And everything went virtual. So I started kind of focusing on more on Zoom side or मैं देखना शुरू किया. And then, the benefit was that I met people like, Matias sitting in Chile, and he came and he attended my coaching program. And a lot of other people like Naveed, he is based in Pakistan. We never met. He is one of my students, and so many others. We have. I could see more here. I could actually see um, someone. Yeah, I mean there are many actually, hundreds and hundreds of people that I like worked with. Yeah, I've got Noshin joining in. She is a PhD candidate studying in Italy, and she is transforming herself into something that I mean, she's brilliant. She doesn't probably need my help, but I'm working with her. So to cut the long story short, I think going virtual has transformed my thinking process. Instead of just thinking very locally, I started thinking globally. So because other people are joining in also from other countries, so probably I'll have to go in English now. But the lessons that I had were phenomenal. Um, you start, you have to focus on what you want to deliver and deliver value. And when you deliver value, people will follow you. So when Ali, when I started, it was very challenging because I just did not know even the basics of using Zoom, for instance. I mean, the thing is that you need to understand, you need to learn, and you have to consistently keep learning. As simple as that, and keep implementing those ideas. So first thing that I started was just like consulting people on how they can use my services for optimizing their LinkedIn profiles. They could find job opportunities in the Canadian job market. And as we all know, Canada is a job market, is a very different job market, and it's a very difficult job market for those who don't understand how system works, what are the dynamics. And given that have, I mean, I got Canadian resident status in year 2000, so that was almost 20 years before I permanently moved here. So I kept coming, and I understood how things work, and I understood how LinkedIn can help people find job opportunities. So my focus initially when I started Ali was just looking at the immigrants market. But as soon as we went virtual, I started getting interesting opportunities from clients from other parts of the world. And Yes, so this is what the starting point is, Matthias. Here, thank you very much. So my starting point was that I just did not know how it will work, but I had a very clear idea in my mind as to what we can do, what I can do as a professional, using my skills and my capabilities and combining it with technology, whatever technology I had. I mean, at that time there was no Restream; it was only StreamYard. Not even StreamYard. There was no LinkedIn Live at that time, so I could not go live. So at the moment, I'm actually live on three channels: my YouTube, my Facebook, as well as on my LinkedIn. So what I wanted to say is that if we can keep consistently focusing on our ultimate goal or ultimate objective, we will achieve results. And results may be different. Like for some people, it will be quick wins. Some people, it will not be quick wins. For me, there were quick wins. The quick wins because I am a networker. I like to learn and I like to connect with people. So when I started this journey, I had less than 6,000 connections, and of course, almost similar level of followers. Because in my previous career, I never needed um, to use LinkedIn to do business. I was like a corporate leader implementing millions of dollars worth of economic development projects in several countries. I never needed it. But perhaps for a lot of people, that's a mistake. I mean, I made a mistake at that time when I could actually grew at that time, because the market was literally what we call a virgin market. Virgin market. There were hardly anyone who was using LinkedIn at that time. It was like, I think, a couple of 100,000 people, and that was it. Now we have 810 million people. So the competition has increased, but at the same time, the other opportunities have increased as well. Having said that, when I started my one goal, I mean, there were several goals. One goal was that I want to increase my following, which means that I want more and more people to follow me. I want more and more people to connect with me, although there is a limit of 30,000. And I want to engage with more and more people so that I could share with them what opportunities LinkedIn brings to them. Because ultimately, they will come to me, either they will learn from my content or they will come to me and learn from me in my coaching programs. And exactly that's what happened. So that was like, fast forward, I started um, I started branding myself as a global LinkedIn coach. And the reason for that, there are not many coaches, LinkedIn coaches, who can deliver LinkedIn coaching in Hindi, Urdu, and English. So I can speak these three languages. Um, Recently, I am working with an amazing international initiative, in which that particular team of people, it has a portal on which they are teaching emerging technologies. So emerging technologies is what the future will be. It's what the present situation is. I was reading a report only on Bloomberg yesterday. 600,000 jobs available for cybersecurity professionals only in the U.S. currently. So cyber technology is just one of the emerging technologies that we have. So I'm working with them and coaching their students how they can leverage LinkedIn and find job opportunities and freelancing opportunities. So that's a fast forward to what I started on 1st of April 2020. 1st April 2022, I've got thousands of students literally from so many countries. They learn from my content. They join in my courses. I've got executives coming in and joining, like CFOs, engineers, doctors, marketeers, supply chain professionals, agronomists. Um, I mean, you name it. There are so many different professions that have come to me, professionals that have come to me, and attended my executive coaching programs. Then I thought, I should innovate. And innovation is the key to success, because that innovation is the only way you can beat your competition after, like, doing other things, the pricing stuff, and the be able to reach out to people. So I started innovating, and the innovation came from by creating online courses. So those who are either do not have time to attend my executive programs, or of course executive programs are expensive, because they have to commit 4 weeks with me, I have to commit 4 weeks with them, and the whole group works together. And that's why it's an executive program, because executive have a different way of looking at things. They really want a very different, may not necessarily be looking for job opportunities, but they are looking for other insights into this platform. And my executive coaching is designed exactly to address that, because I had been an executive myself. I knew exactly uh, how leaders should use LinkedIn, how sales professionals should use LinkedIn, how doctors can leverage the power of LinkedIn, how supply chain professionals or coaches can leverage the power of LinkedIn. So all that was bundled in my executive coaching program. When I started, and it's another learning. When I started that initiative, I had an executive coaching program which was an 8 weeks program. So I was doing 1 hour every week for 8 weeks. What I realized, I've got a recent friend. We will be talking in about a couple of hours time, to see how we work together. So that's collaboration. That will come later, right? So Yusuf, stay with me on this chat, and we'll talk about the importance of collaboration. So what I'm doing, I'm just sharing my own story. 2 years in journey as an entrepreneur. What are some of the things that I learned? So I started innovating. Innovating means that I really need to start doing online pre-recorded courses for those who are just probably the beginners, or who are not really um, interested, or don't doesn't have resources to invest in executive coaching, or group coaching program. I mean, honestly speaking, I did not know how to do that, and here comes collaboration. Because I have a network which grew from less than 5,000, less than 6,000 to close to 50,000 global followers, and over 27,000 first degree connections. So if you put all that together, it's about 77,000 people who are connected with me on LinkedIn. And that's quite a big number. Okay. I am not a mega influencer, but I think I am a decently enough influencer. So collaboration came forward, and so one of my friends came forward and said, he actually worked for TV. So he said, we will create a small studio in my basement, and we'll record it. And my friend for recording was the cell phone. I did not know that I could actually produce a TV quality video using my cell phone, honestly speaking. And So I experimented with it. It worked well. I just had to buy um, um, I'll share this with you also, because that's all the collaboration, Christine. So yeah, stick to this session. It's going to be interesting. So that collaboration came in. He taught me how to use light, how to use the background, and we actually worked together and created a little studio. Now, think about it. A lot of people will think that creating a studio will be an expensive thing. And that was my thinking also. But we actually created a studio in less than $250. Okay. It was not top of the line. It was not, a TV studio, but it was a studio which actually helped me record a course. Then another gentleman came forward, who is a video and camera enthusiast, as I would say, because he saw one of my video that I shared on my LinkedIn, and he called me and said, Hamad, your content is awesome, but there are some issues with light. And he then advised me how I can improve light, how I can improve the camera quality on my like the white balance and stuff like that. I did not know that. So all that collaboration started coming in without me asking. And why did it happen? It happened because people trusted me as someone who is helping. And a lot of help actually comes as a paid help. And this was an argument, by the way. And I would like to share that story as well with you. So there was a gentleman in uh, very highly educated financial sector professional from Sri Lanka, awesome person. He started following me. We started talking, and he would always argue with me whenever I say I coach. I'm a paid coach, and he would always argue with me. And I said, you are he was a CPA or something. I said, you are a professional. Would you work for free? uh, would you offer your services as a CPA for free? um, Nobody does, because everybody has to pay. These are the skills that certain people have. Engineers have engineering skills, doctors have medicine skills, I have coaching skills, and this is what I am presenting out there. And anybody interested, I'm not forcing anyone to come and buy my services. I'm just sharing that, okay, you can actually do that. And if you learn how to do it, there are options. You can learn it for free. Go on YouTube and learn it. But remember, YouTube is not a structured training program. You will find um, patchy information. So why do you go to a university to study something, or a college? Because in those institutions you actually have a structured training program. You learn step by step. Anyways, so he got so upset with me eventually that he removed me from his connections, and this is exactly what had happened. But the flip side is that my following kept growing, and it is still growing. I'll be 50,000 hopefully by the end of next month, or maybe before that. And all that is bringing me clients, and those who don't want to pay can still learn from me. They can find my content. They can go on my YouTube channel and learn from my YouTube channel. So that's another piece of collaboration that I wanted to share. Now, Christine, which platform do I use? So I'm a big fan of Gumroad, by the way, and I'm a big fan of Sahil Levangia, who created Gumroad. And I'm a big fan of his book called Minimalist Entrepreneur. So those who have not studied Minimalist Entrepreneur, I would suggest, invest some money and read that book if you want to become an entrepreneur. One of my contacts, so I used to volunteer a lot, and we spoke, in our immigrant networks uh, chat about the power of volunteering. So I volunteered a lot when I was back in Pakistan as well. So I used to volunteer as a mentor for an initiative called National Incubation Centers. So the center, which was based in one of the best engineering universities in Karachi, I was the founding mentor there, and I mentored like a lot of startups. Anyways, the gentleman who was the director for that Noshin Minimalist Entrepreneur. You can actually find it on Audible also, so you can listen to that book. I think $7 if you buy the recorded version. Minimalist Entrepreneur by Sahil Devangia. So that gentleman actually started his own startup in Portugal, and he commented on a post. I looked at the post, and the post was by a tech uh, guru girl, uh, Fatma Rizwan, who is based in Singapore, who used to own Tech Juice in Pakistan, a big thing which she sold out, and she went to Singapore and started her online like pro, portal for coaches to come and coach. And so we spoke, and she said, it would be a delight to for Air School. The name is airschool.com. If you do a course and host at Air School. So I said, yeah, why not? I hosted my course, the LinkedIn course on Air School, and in 3 months I sold quite a bit of it. Right? I was not expecting that people would buy. And so Noshin is, for instance, one of my students, and I mean, she has been following me for quite some time, but she is now my student, and so she learned from the course. Um, and there are many others. And what I did, so that's the third, or maybe the fourth lesson I would share. Build your community. When you build your community, you become a leader in the community, and people trust you more. If you don't if you don't know how to build a community, be part of one. So I started building it up because I had like hundreds of students across the globe, and then you have people like these, with all the respect. I don't know how would you get it, man. I'm not an immigration advisor, so this is what it is, which means that you're not asking question to the right person, man. You will never be able to benefit from it. So, but thanks for watching. I hope you will be able to understand what I'm saying. So, ask your right question to the right people. And I don't know where I was. I'm distracted. Um, yeah, so build your community. So I started building my community by bringing everyone who is doing my courses into my private chat group. Now, once you have done the courses, I won't leave you, because a lot of coaches, what they do, you do the course, you're gone. if you want to be part of their continuous learning process, you have to pay. You have to pay an annual fee. Well, that's a good cue. I may start it, but building my community was, I think, more important for me. So I've created three communities so far. I've got a mastermind community, I've got emerging market community, and the other one is the LinkedIn group community. Now, this community is the real power that I have. They are literally heart and soul of what I do. They're engaged among themselves, so they're strengthening their own bonding and they're growing. They're helping each other in issues, and I run free webinars for them so that they could continue learning. Now, how on earth, who on earth would provide such an opportunity? You just pay once, attend the course, and then you're part of a community. Then I also ran. Uh, Thank you very much, Zakir, joining in from Bangladesh. Um, and and I started another interesting initiative called Career Fellowship Program. I ran three cohorts of this Career Fellowship, in which we had mix of people helping them understand how they can build their careers. And by the way, from Bangladesh, I had a fascinating fellow, Mohammed Naseeb, who joined in, and he excelled. A lot of other excelled. So you know, I the story is full of interesting ups and downs, frustrations, business happening, business not happening. But the real thrust of this whole story is that I was focused. I was strategically working on certain things, which means I was productizing. Not many people productize because they don't really know how to. So productizing, producing content that would attract eyeballs and help me grow on my platforms. Developed coaching programs, developed toolkits, free toolkits even. So my on my website there is tons of free toolkits available that people can download and use. So if you want to download, there are plenty of it on linkedinimpact.com. So that's linkedinimpact.com. And so this is the journey that I had, and I've been um, I've been rewarded. I've been rewarded because I found amazing friends. I found support. I found uh, people who help me learn, help me do things. Now, a lot of people who are looking for help, they don't really know how to seek help. They say, "I want this," instead of saying, "How can I get this?" And it's a small lesson from this friend who sent this message saying, he wants a work visa or job visa. Um, you know, uh, this statement, "I want to get job visa. How can I get it, sir?" He is trying to be respectable, and I don't doubt on it. But have you done your research? You are an educated person, and if you are an educated person, you should really be um, doing your homework, strong homework, and see what my capabilities are. um, uh, what are the opportunities out there, and how do I achieve it? So when I sought help, I would always say, I really want to learn and figure it out. And it always helped. So um, I got interesting friends. I mean, think about it. I mean, Yusuf, I never met Yusuf, but we only met virtually. You know, Amazing friend Christine, only virtually. And that was by virtue of my engagement with the immigrant networks. Nick Nurani, Naeem Nurani, I treat him as my elder brother. He is a phenomenal person, um, and has been helping immigrants. And this was my ambition also. to help immigrants who are coming here in Canada and suffering. So, with that last bit of the story, the most recent initiative that I started, and next one is coming soon also, was to build up a comprehensive, well, decently comprehensive, because there is always room for improvement, a course for immigrants who are looking to understand how the job market works in Canada. So, people who have landed in Canada or people who are planning to come to Canada. So combining these two, I created a course, and in that course, I've got so many collaborators. I've got immigrant networks. I've got Brilliant Minds Group, the president and the founder coming in and speaking to me. I've got recruiters, local recruiters, sharing what are some of the mistakes newcomers make in the job market. I've got interview coaches. I've got resume coaches. I've got myself sharing my own journey, and what are some of the things that people do not focus at when they're coming here. So, and the course is now available. Like, I've only done a soft launch of the course, and the most the full strength marketing will start soon, so that people could learn even before landing here what they can do, and it's a paid program. So that's the journey that I had. I enjoyed thoroughly, and I think going virtual really helped me a lot. Going virtual helped me understand the market dynamics and the needs that people have, and also helped me reach out to places where I could not. Um, so what I did, and I'm actually open to collaborations for that. But believe me, anybody who's interested, this is like a collaboration offer. Uh, so one of the participants in one of my webinars that I did for chief financial officers, there were about 52 chief financial officers in that webinar. One of the participant was from Nigeria, Victor. So he spoke to me and he said, can we start a virtual LinkedIn Academy in Nigeria? And so I said, let's figure out, because that's an innovative idea. So we started it in September, I think August to September last year. And every month we do a webinar. Every month we get clients from Nigeria. Every month we help our Nigerian clients to become more active on LinkedIn and do business on LinkedIn, and or grow on LinkedIn. So I actually want to start similar virtual academies in all the countries where, number one, English is spoken, because English or Hindi or Urdu is spoken as a language, or and where LinkedIn is not a popular tool, and that's almost all the world. So Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, for instance, India, um, Dubai, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Oman, the whole Gulf area. Um, Towards the east, if we go further, Philippines, Cambodia, Vietnam, Thailand. So anybody interested in collaboration, be the front like facade of this whole program, virtual LinkedIn Academy in your own country, in collaboration with Amar Siddiqui, it will be an exciting opportunity with zero investment. As a minimalist entrepreneur, I believe in working with minimalist resources. So yeah, think about it. If anybody is interested, Pakistan, I'm already working with someone, so obviously that's gone. But other countries, yeah. So that's my journey. That's my journey in the past 2 years. I have grown from nobody knowing me, or very few people knowing me in the corporate circle or in the development circle, to reach to over 77,000 followers. Christine, that's great. Let's talk. Let's Yahoo on Zoom to discuss it, because I see in any business, for any entrepreneurial initiative, people talk about minimum viable product, MVP, and my MVP is done, tested, and it's bringing revenues, right? So it's just a matter of becoming a Walmart or a McDonald's. Just repeat it, keep repeating it, and it will keep bringing revenue. So the MVP is done. The product is tested, tried, and generating business for me. So anybody collaborating will, I mean, initially there is always a path one has to follow, but it's easy. So yesterday I spoke to one of the friends from China, and she's interested. So obviously, I don't speak Chinese, but she told me that a lot of people who are English speakers or who speak English in China are interested in moving out of China, right? For their education or immigration or whatever, they would need this service. So that's kind of an opening another door. So definitely, Christine, let's talk uh, outside this chat, and let's try to figure out how we can implement it. I was actually working with someone in Bangladesh also, or at least talking to someone in Bangladesh also. The opportunity in Bangladesh is phenomenal because the size, well, the population, and the need, and people speak English. People also understand Hindi there because of Hindi movies and Indian songs. So that's kind of an other opportunity. Um, so yeah, so that's the journey that I have, and it is just phenomenal. And I can help you become phenomenal. It's just a matter of being more strategic and consistent and focused in implementing what you do. So thank you very much for being with me. It's the second anniversary of my business, LinkedInimpact.com in Canada, and I'm a global LinkedIn coach. So so this is, I think, last thing what I want to say. I will be the first coach in the world who would have um, LinkedIn course translated in 12 languages. So the emerging technology platform Alnafe is actually um, translating my LinkedIn course in 12 languages. So I will be the only coach in the world who would have his training courses available in 12 languages. So that's like a big achievement for me. I'm still a small as compared to a lot of other people who people follow like crazy, like millions of followers. Um, but I think millions reaching to millions of followers probably is not my ultimate goal. My ultimate goal is to be out there and be seen and keep helping people, and helping people with a modest amount of fee. I know some of the coaches. I know at least one of those. Vakas, thank you very much for joining in. Vakas is joining, and he's my student also, a fantastic fellow, a civil engineer based in Dubai. Um, and he charges this gentleman, you know, very knowledgeable and fantastic fellow. He charges um, he charges $875 USD US dollars 875 for 45 minutes consultation. Now, I mean, okay, how much will you talk in 45 minutes? Figure it out. So by the time you come out of that consultation, you've already spent about $3,000. Um, and I don't know how people pay him, but he makes millions of dollars. So my ambition is actually not um, my ambition is not actually making that $1 million, because you will always make millions of dollars if you are consistent in the long run. But my ambition is to reach out to more people, to help more people. I think that's what my ambition is. So everybody has different ambition, and believe me, because this is a conversation I'm doing. Janita, yeah, I will pick you up in a while. Your comment. Uh, so somebody told me, Hamal, you are a victim of self-limiting beliefs. Interesting, isn't it? Hamad, you are a victim of self limiting beliefs. Now, think about it. Uh, for that person or that coach, just making $1 million, a couple of $1 million, if I had that ambition, I am, I, I wouldn't be called as somebody who is a victim of self limiting belief. And she was not looking at me as somebody who is trying to still make money because I have to pay my bills and buy my food and everything, but at a cheaper price, at a more reasonable price, so that more people could get benefit. So remember, live. This is also what I always say: live in your own dreams. Do not follow somebody else's dream. It was her dream. It was her dream that was kind of led to that discussion when she said that I'm a victim of self-limiting beliefs. So my belief is that I should really work with a lot of people. I should train 50,000 people rather than 50 people and make my $200,000, right? If I work with 50,000 people and still make $200,000, I am happy because, you know, how much can you spend? If you have if you have $100,000, how much will you spend? You have to be mindful of that and work with others, and help others. So, my friend Junita, been coaching new immigrants and international students and would like to connect at personal level to chat how we can collaborate. See, this is how collaborations start. This is how collaborations start. And believe me, I am I am getting. In fact, when I was doing one live session yesterday with the, so I do, but on Thursdays I do a live podcast with an expert. And the objective of that live podcast is just to help people think through how they can do things in a different manner. So, yesterday I had a great professional. She is an engineer, and she is an amazing expert in working on Upwork. And so I invited her, and we had a long session. While I was doing the live session, I received an inbox from a company in Turkey. This gentleman who has a very uh, decent enough business, I would say. This is what I saw, and they are into online education platforms, LMSs, very comprehensive one, and they are willing to sponsor my live content. Now think about it. So this is how collaboration start. I did not reach out to him. He saw me, he saw the value, and then he reached out to me, and we'll be talking next week. Junita, she just sent me a message. You can see that I've got Christine talking to me from Philippines, for Philippines market. All that happens, it's no magic. It's no magic. Live in your own dreams, or create your own dreams and realistic dream, and implement it. um, Baby steps, but consistent in a direction, will lead you to success. So keep following me, and I'm sure you enjoyed the conversation. I will be happy to invite someone who is interested in sharing their expertise, experience with the community that I have on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. So if anybody is interested in joining in my Thursday podcast, please inbox me and share what you do. Where are you based? Because I'm based in the Eastern Time in Toronto, or near Toronto. So the podcast that I do is on Thursdays at 12:05 p.m. Toronto time. And absolutely, let's look at. I mean, I there are no questions, so there are people commenting that's fine. But if there are any questions, so thank you, Irfan. It's not. Um, um, so it's like my journey, right? It's my journey. I probably have missed out so many things that people didn't help me with. I found people who really helped me. My friend Doreen Fernandez, um, I call him Chief Suresh Kumar, Dinesh Sharma. I've got Vinu. I've got So many people, Nick Nurani, who actually listen to me. See, who actually listened to me, and they also tested me. People have to test you, and they tested me, and they then realized the genuinity, the real factor that I have. And the research, oh, I mean, I'm not talking from my head. I'm actually doing my research, and I'm actually adding value. So I have created a tool. Interestingly, I mean, I can talk for hours on these topics because I'm really passionate about these topics. I've created a tool, and I can use by using that tool, I can coach people how they can re-strategize their job search strategy, re-strategize their job search strategy, regardless of wherever they are. Okay, and it is such a practical tool, but it has to be a paid service. You have to buy that coaching program, which will then help me. Yusuf, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Awab, your first half gave me the motivation to get moving. It's only been week and bearing fruit. Thank you. So, I mean, look at this. I mean, I did not even remember when I saw Awab in my live session. I don't remember that, because there are thousands of people who watch my live sessions. People keep coming and going, and some people comment, some people just watch and don't comment. um, but being consistent and sharing how I can help people, right? uh, is what motivates me. Like, these comments really motivate me. I mean, I'm actually adding value to someone's life just by sparing my or sharing my what do you call my expertise with the community. So with that, thank you very much for joining in. Please share this live session, or you can hit the share button and share it with your community. And anybody interested in collaborating with me for virtual coaching and anything, please let me know, and I'll be happy to talk to you. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful weekend, and enjoy your life. Live your own dream.